Hey, comic friends. The latest issues of previews came out last week, so you know what that means. It's time for you and I to snuggle up real close and go through previews and see where the night takes us. It's previews and chill. What kind of trouble can we get ourselves in this next month by looking through the previews catalog? So let's have at it. Let's see. Oh, new free comic book day. Wonder how that's going to go this year. Obviously, last year there were complications. August 14th. That seems later. Isn't it usually in May? So it might be giving us a little extra time to get over the pandemic we got going on still. Let's get through the adverts there. Sonia. Where do I get through? Let's get to the meat. Where are we at? This is still the like where they do like highlights at the front, but those will be in the regular. Oh, this is preview zone stuff. I don't care about that. All right, Image Comics. The Good Asian, 1 of 9. Does this person know that their first name is Pornsack? I'm sure they know. They have to know, right? It's their name. All right. Crime Mystery Series premiere. Yeah. Not real interested in that. Time Before Time. Declan Shalvey. I'm not familiar. The year is 2140, and to escape a world with no future, many turn to the Syndicate, a criminal organization who, for the right price, will smuggle you back in time to a better life. That sounds... Smuggle you back in time. Oh, preview here. I'll do a number 1 of that. That's a little different premise. And if you're going back to 1987, you know I love the 80s. Okay. Aquarius, the Book of Myrrh. I'm not really interested, to be honest. Made in Korea. For Jesse, the world's first true AI system, growing up means learning to think outside the box. This exciting new 6-issue miniseries will define what it means to be a family. I feel like I have that I got that artificial and like realistic artificial intelligence was covered with Ascender and Descender. Speaking of Ascender, this I get this in trade, so we're good there. Die, I get that in trade, so we're good there. No. Philadelphia. I don't actually know anything about Philadelphia. Manifest Destiny I get in trade. This is so good. This is really, really good. I love Manifest Destiny. It's bizarre. If you're not familiar with it, it's great. It's Lewis and Clark going to explore, the quote-unquote New World. And it's filled with monsters. It's really good. North Force, Savage Dragon, and Canada's premier super... Is Savage Dragon Canadian? I never knew. Stillwater, this I'm planning on getting in trade. Crossover, Volume 1, that I get in issues. Homesick Pilots, this is so good. Come on, people. If you're not reading Homesick Pilots, you're just wrong. You need to get that. Kick-Ass I don't read. Low, Volume 2 hardcover. I do get, I think it's over though. I think I have all of Low's trades. Sunstone, I don't know what that is. Unearth. I also don't know what that is. Spring into Action. This looks like a reorder stuff. Birthright. This I get in trade. This is good. Bitter Root. I do not read. Bliss. I don't read. Commanders in Crisis. I got the first issue of this, and I was not super impressed. I do not do Deadly Class. Deep Beyond. I got the first issue of this as well, and it was really good. Really good underwater horror stuff. So the time of this recording, the first issue has been out, and I have read it, and it's good. Department of Truth, number 9. Obviously this is already on my poll because it is like the best book that's out right now. I don't read Firepower. I hear it's good though. I hear it's good. Just one of those like you can't read it all. Geiger 2. I think I have Geiger 1. I think I ordered that from last month's previews, and I guess it hasn't come out because I haven't read it. Haha, so good, but already on my pull list. Helm Greycastle. Home. Inkblot. I read the first issue of this. My friend Max reads it and likes it. It's a cute little cat. It's all right. It just wasn't for me. Carmen. That looks familiar. I think I passed on that on the first issue. Monstrous. That's good. I get that in trade though. Moonshine. I get in trade. I read a lot. Nomen Omen. Never heard of that. So I'm obviously not going to get issue 15 of it. The Old Guard. I think this is like a series of series, but I've never read it. Post Americana. This I get in issue form. It is bonkers. I love it. Radiant Black. Read the first issue of this. The first issue, I think I was expecting or hoping for a little bit more. I think the solicit for the first issue covered more of what that book is about than the first issue actually did, so I am giving it an issue 2. But it seems like it's a superhero book. Some random person gets superpowers, and then it's like, whoa, where did these come from? Rain Like Hammers. I have the first issue of this, and I read it. I didn't get it. I guess like it wasn't bad. It was. I really like the art, but as far as like the story goes, it didn't really appeal to me. Don't care about Savage Dragon. The Scumbag. Again, that's another first issue I read that it was good, but I felt I would wait for trades on it. Shadecraft I don't know about. The Silver Coin. I think I ordered the first issue of that already. So I haven't read it yet, so I don't know about issue 2. Stray Dogs. The first issue of this came out this last week. It was so good. So good. It's if you it's not rare. I think a lot of stores they saw it was going to be sort of a popular thing, so I think a lot of stores ordered a lot of them. So if you haven't picked it up, you can probably still get it. It's really good. So I'm not going to mark that because I am adding it to my pull list. Summoner's War. Two Moons. This also came out this last week. The number 1 for this. I picked it up and I read it. I didn't care for it too much. Again, it wasn't bad. It's just if I didn't have anything else to read, I'd read it and I'd enjoy it. I'm sure. It's just there's just so much out there that I got to draw that line somewhere. Never cared about The Walking Dead. Dark Horse, The House of Lost Horizons. Who's this? Mike Mignola as the writer. Locked Room Murder Mystery, Puzzles Paranormal. Wow. What do you got here? You have Locked Room, you have Murder Mystery, Puzzles, and Paranormal Detective. I like all those words, and even more so when they're all put in the same sentence. But I feel like I might want that in a trade. It is from the Hellboy universe, which I don't actually read. I'll probably pass on that. The Witcher, yeah, I don't need the comic of that. Rangers of the Divide. I'm just looking at that cover and it just looks like there's too much going on. Like, I don't know. I'll pass on that. The Orville. That's a good show. And don't need a comic of it. The True Lies of Fabulous Killjoy. I've never read any of that stuff. Raptor. Buckaroo Banzai. Whoa. The long-awaited sequel to The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai Across the Eighth Dimension is finally here. Finally is right. That was a movie. That was a fun movie. But I think where the movie ended was I was fine with that. I'm not a huge crazy fan of it enough to really care about a follow-up to it. Interview. Hellboy, no. Hellboy. BPRD, Hellboy. Black Hammer, I don't do. Fear Case, I read the first issue of Fear Case. Was very, very good. I am having that added to my poll. Beasts of Burden, that I have not been reading. Orphan and the Five Beasts. I don't think I get anything Dark Horse right now. It doesn't say that they don't have good stuff. It's just a lot of the stuff that they put out just really isn't for me. Stone Star? Yeah, they do a lot of these video game books, which... Like, I like God of War as a game. I don't need a comic of it. Far Cry, that's a game. Never played Far Cry. Heart in a Box. Trade paper second. No. If I didn't get the first time, I probably don't want it the second time. Operation Dragon. First of all, that's not a dragon. That's a freaking dinosaur. That's not to say that it's not awesome. Hardcover. It's World War II. The Pacific, a mythic adventure unfolds as 3 American soldiers, a disgraced ex-cop, a mobster trying to escape his past, and an intelligence officer with mysterious motives investigate a top-secret Japanese superweapon, a deadly force of trained dinosaurs. Well, I need that. I think I need that. Alternate history, World War II, dinosaurs. Yeah. Let's see. This must be a future printing because this I have that already. Plants vs. Zombies, really? I don't know about that. Nope. I love puzzles, but I don't need either of those. And then relist. Okay. IDW, what do you got? G.I. Joe. Don't care. Dungeons and Dragons. I am a huge Dungeons and Dragons nerd, but I gave up on the Dungeons and Dragons comics. They were more misses than hits, so I decided to stop playing that lottery and just not get them anymore. I don't read Kanto or Kanto. Chained to the Grave. I read the first issue of this, and it was interesting. It wasn't enough to get me to keep going. Again, like if I was only reading a handful of stuff, it on its own seems really good and perfectly fine. It's just I read so much. I can't. I have to have a very, very high bar of what I decide to actually continue reading. Because I have to, because even with a high bar, it's a lot. The Tower. League. Pirate Penguin versus Ninja Chicken. Macaroni and Bees. I feel that is not for me. Science of Surfing. So no Marvel action, none of that stuff. No Star Wars. Turtle. Oh, cool. That's a Splinter. That's neat. I actually should probably go ahead and pre-order that. The shop that I go to, I don't think they don't order these best of TMNT ones, or they order very light, and sometimes I miss them. So I should probably go ahead and make sure I order it this time. Star Trek Year 5, super good. If you like Star Trek at all, it continues where the show left off. It's really, really good. Never really got into Voyager, so I don't get into the Voyager stuff. I love Transformers. Comics, never really got into. What are these games? I have games upon games upon games sitting downstairs that have never been played. It turns out when either you can't or you're just really bad at making social gatherings, you end up having a lot of board games that sit there and do nothing, even though you love board games. Red Sonja is never really into that. Seems to really be pushing it, though. Vampirello is not into that. James Bond. Love the movies. Don't need comics. Sonja Versal. Man. This is the month of Red Sonja for Dynamite. Jeez. Alright, Boom. Alright, Boom has some good stuff. Buffy. You know what? I'm a bad nerd. I have never watched a single episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Never, ever. Wind, I don't read that. Eve, oh, a little teddy bear guy. For fans of Undiscovered Country and Little Bird comes a new adventure series from award-winning author Victor LaValle. When the ice caps melted, most of humanity was lost. Yep, that would happen. To the Hidden Disease that was released, so double whammy. Now, a mysterious girl named Eve has awoken in secret and must deal with a world that's nothing like the virtual reality she was raised in. I'm gonna pass. I might see it on the wall when it comes out and change my mind, but I'm not gonna pre-order it. Magic 2, it's a very generic title. Don't do the Power Rangers. And Firefly, no need books for that. Dune, House Atreides. I'll say Dune is my favorite book series. Again, the books kind of had it covered. We Only Find Them When They're Dead. That is very good. I do enjoy that. Something is Killing the Children, obviously, is super great. Once in Future, I have not read this. I need to. I need to order the first trade of that. Don't do any of those. Proctor Valley Road. Interesting. That was Grant Morrison. Luna, I read the first issue of this. It was a bit weird. It was fine. I don't really need it. Maybe pick up a trade. Love The Last Witch. It's another one of those. If you aren't reading The Last Witch, you should. It's really good. 2 issues of it are out right now. Spectre Inspectors. That's fun. Orcs. All right. So, Ablaze. I don't think any of those are for me. Serial. The second issue of Serial came out this last week. It was really good. I will continue reading that. The only way to catch a serial killer is to send a serial killer after them. I don't know about the only way, right? I mean, we've caught serial, not we as in you and I, but serial killers have been caught before without sending a serial killer after them. So I feel that's a bit misleading. Baby Teeth. Never read Baby Teeth. Looks funky. Tiny case. Donny Cates so huge right now. Aftershock. And it is Aftershock. Oh man, maybe I should have been reading Baby Teeth. Donny Cates and Aftershock? That's a powerful combo. Silver City. When a young roughneck lands in Silver City, the gritty, purgatorial metropolis of the afterlife, she must adapt to her new existence while attempting to uncover how and why she died. Her mission is derailed, however, when she rescues a newly dead girl from a mysterious kidnapping attempt. Kidnapping a dead girl. Welcome to Silver City, where the sun never rises and nothing ever changes. Until now. That might be a flip through it if I see it on the shelf sort of thing. Let's see. Oh, another one of these. Let's call him Bunnigan because he did a oversized prestige one-shot sort of thing recently. I can't remember what it was called. Tattoo artist Niles lives his life in a kind of daze. Minute after minute he muddles through the repetitive moments of his job, his life, and his guilt. All that changes when Eden walks through the doors of the tattoo shop. She's looking for something different, and she finds it with Niles. But Eden is a woman surrounded by deep mysteries, not the least of which is how and why her new tattoos vanish after only a few days. Yeah. That sounds interesting. I'll get that. Girls of Dimension 13. Nuclear Family. Just read the first issue of that. I am intrigued. I'm going to be adding that to my list. Maniac of New York. Read the first issue of that a little while ago. Also adding that. It was good. I Breathe the Body is very strange. I am getting that already. Sort of this, I don't know, commentary on social media and all that. It's pretty good. Scout's Honor. I think we've had 2 issues of this. It is really good. I love it. I love this book. Highly suggest it. Dreaming Eagles. Let's see. We Live Trade. Don't need that. Getting the issues. Ahoy Comics. Don't need a crow statue. I just don't need it. American Mythology. That's where we got our Zorros and our Trogs. Our Trogs. Pass. Garbage Pail Kids Volume 2 by R.L. Stine. Illustrated novel. Interesting. I did collect the Garbage Pail Kids when I was a younger Titan. That was around the time I was growing up. Archie, don't say King in Black. How are you advertising King in Black stuff still? This is gonna be way over. Aspen. This is some variants. This is pretty cool. That is kind of cool. I don't need it though. Trying to cut back on variants. Crossed. Never read Crossed. It's a lot of Crossed though. A lot of Crossed. Absolution. Marjorie Finnegan, temporal criminal. Huh. I do like that time travel stuff. She's Marjorie Finnegan. She's a temporal criminal. So I gathered. What more do you need to know? All right then. All Marge wants to do is race up and down the time lane, stealing every shiny, gleamy, pretty, sparkly she can lay her hands on. But her larcenous trail from the Big Bang to the 90... Sorry, it was hyphenated and it's throwing me off. I was trying to read it as 90th, but it's just 90. 95th Reich has drawn the beady eye of the temporal PD, whose number one deputy marshal is now hard on our heroine's tail and taking things extremely personally. Worse still, Marge's worthless creep of an ex, aren't they all, and his even scummier partner have seen an angle of their own in all this, and now intend to use her time tech to change history for... What's Garth Ennis, though? Yeah. Fine. I'll issue one. Embodied faith. Read faith. None of this. No. Space Riders. What does that say? Oh, God Killer. Couldn't read what that said. Oh boy, Boundless. Got that jungle fantasy going on. Man, I do love Bone. That's one of those must-reads for anybody. The Great Gatsby. Did we need that? Did we need that in a comic form? This stuff, I don't know. Gotta kind of glean over it. Can't really spend time on every single one. Carnage, Black, White, and Blood. That homage to Amazing Spider-Man 55. Man, you know something's a good cover when it's only months old and it's already getting homages. No, this is all Dynamic Forces stuff. No one ever needed anything from Dynamic Forces. It's cool stuff, but you just don't need it. Oh, excuse me. Red Room. This is about Twin Peaks. This does not look like Twin Peaks. Something on Bill Everett. That's cool. I'm sure a lot of this is great stuff. I can barely handle what I... Ooh. Love the Meta Barons. I love the Meta Barons. So, this is absolutely 100% must buy. If you're not familiar with the Meta Barons, so Jodorowsky, who is the author of this, was tapped to write a Dune movie years and years ago, and it didn't happen. There's actually a documentary on it called Jodorowsky's Dune, which I highly suggest. But it kind of goes through the story of like the planning and the style and all that Jodorowsky was going to do for this Dune movie. And it didn't happen, but after he came out with the Meta Barons, which is very Dune inspired. Before I knew that Jodorowsky was tapped to write Dune, I had read Meta Barons and loved it. And what I loved most about it was how similar to Dune it was. And then I found out later it's because the writer, that's where his mind was, because he was working on a Dune movie and then ended up making Meta Barons instead. But if you haven't read Meta Barons, it's great. There's collections of it out there and whatnot, so highly suggest. But I'm getting that for sure, 100%. Well, the Street Fighter, the official street food cookbook, that just seems like a really dumb idea. I mean, it's just recipes from around the world where Street Fighter characters happen to be from. That's a pretty weak link. But, no. Oh, these are cool animated busts. I think these are probably the PVC stuff, though. I don't really like the PVC busts. Like, I get it; they look really good, and they're cheaper than the porcelain or whatever they usually make them out of. They feel so cheap because they're PVC. Like, don't get me wrong; they look beautiful and look great on a shelf. I don't like them. I don't like them. You can't make me buy them. You can't make me. We got it, Oni. Star Beasts. I don't think I get anything from Oni right now. I was reading Devil's Red Bride. I think that was Oni. It was really good. I think that was the only Oni thing I was reading. Doctor Who goes far. I'm not even going to pass it by. I'm going to literally take the time to exit out. I don't care. We're in the middle, sort of random stuff. How was Black Friday? Did anyone read Black Friday? I wanted to get that, but it was sold out. I missed it. It looked interesting. I thought I had ordered it, but apparently I didn't. This is cool. This homage to Logan's Run. I love Logan's Run. There's another. If you haven't watched Logan's Run, it's a good one. It's a good movie. This is still in the comic section, but there's so much stuff in here that's not comics. I feel lied to. Titan, they mostly do existing properties. I don't like a lot of crossover with my comics. I'll say I like my comics to have comic characters, and my movies and books to stay in movies and books for the most part. There's exceptions. There's always exceptions, but I don't like that crossover a lot. Valiant. Yeah, I'm just going to skip through all of Valiant because I know that's all shared universe, and I never read any Valiant anything. Vault. All right. All right. Are these previews or is this the thing? That was the thing. Blue Flame. You're not telling me anything about it. Oh, here we go. Blue Flame is a cosmic hero. The Blue Flame is a DIY vigilante that fights crime on the streets of Milwaukee. I read the first issue of Hollow Heart. It was good. I Walk with Monsters is good. Picture of Everything Else is fantastic. The Engine Ward, number 11. Apparently I missed whatever that is. Money Shot 11. Missed that. Vampire the Masquerade. No, thank you. Surprising. I thought there'd be more for Vault for me, but I guess not. Xenoscope. All right. So here we manga. I don't really do manga. Nothing against it. Nothing against it at all. There's a lot of really great manga out there. It's beautiful. I mean, I have some manga. I've read some manga. It's just it's just one of those things. I can't. It's just one more thing to get into that I just don't have the time or money for. I like this Hulk shirt. All right, flippity flip. The flippity flip. So what's over here gonna be like toys and stuff, toys and whatnot. What is this? What is this? This is cool. I love Pac-Man. Banks and statues, and every once in a while there would be something in here that a statue or something that I think is cool. So it's worth flipping through. Wow. It's a fairly cool Hulk statue. That is really cool. PVC though. Pass. I'm such a snob. J-Slot Rocket Fat. So I don't watch manga. I do love my Dragon Ball though. I do love Dragon Ball. I went through a pretty healthy anime phase for a while there. Dragon Ball stuck. Oh man, Sam and Max. Love Sam and Max. $40 each. Wow. Wow. That is a price. This is cool. Professor Hulk and the bunny slippers. Import toys. Gundam. I liked Gundam too. Gundam was good stuff. There all are cutesy chibi things. The don't let anyone catch you looking through previews in this section. You get put on a list. Expecting to see better statues. This would be a cool statue if Cyclops didn't suck. And that's only his own fault. It's a fiction. It's not even the fault of Stan Lee or anyone who wrote him. It's solely the fault of that fictional character that he sucks. I don't get this, but I really like it. Pac-Man Bandai Spirits Chogokin figure. Chogokin must be a thing, a style. Pac-Man as a Chogokin? I don't know what that is. Looks cool though. Stuff. It's all just stuff. Stuff that you gotta find room for. Alright. There's previews proper. Now we have the Marvel supplements. Oh, well, I am worried about Heroes Reborn because I just got done with Future State and all those freaking books, this alternate universe thing, and then Heroes Reborn is going to come out, and it also looks super cool. Yep, see, then all these side series, gotta get all that. Gotta get all that. But is it only gonna be? Well, look, if it's Heroes Reborn, Magneto and the Mutant Force, Young Squadron, Siege Society, Imperial Guard, and Amazing Shutterbug. That's not as bad as Future State, is that? I'll probably get... I'll do this. I'll do Heroes Reborn. I will do that, because it does sound interesting. And I will do Amazing Shutterbug. We'll do those two. Fair. Not going to be nearly as bad as Future State. Curse of the Man Thing. X-Men, Curse of the Man Thing. Seems like an odd team up. Reptile. Wasn't Reptile a character in Invincible? Apparently not. Shang-Chi versus the Marvel Universe. Oh, my goodness. Not going to do it. Normally I would. That last Shang-Chi mini, the last two Shang-Chi minis, really, really good. Really good. I need to not do the minis. But this, Fantastic Four Life Story, the Spider-Man Life Story was really good. I'm going to pass, though. Steadfast. Oh, now we're doing the Predator variants like we do the Alien variants. I'm not going to do those. The Marvels. Those I do. Those are good. Spider-Man, Spider Shadow. I think I already have that on my poll. Alien, I have my poll. I'm super excited for that. No. All these minis. Thanos Quest, Marvel Tales. Thanos Quest was good. That's just reprints of Thanos Quest, though. But if you haven't read Thanos Quest, it's the prequel to Infinity Gauntlet and how Thanos gathered all the Infinity Stones. It's a really good read. Luckily, I'm not finding a whole lot I need to add. This I'm already reading. I like this idea, X-Men Legends. It's a continuation of the animated series. That's kind of cool. From the 90s. Non-Stop Spider-Man, that I already have. Subscribe to Giant Size Amazing Spider-Man King's Ransom. Yeah, I gotta get that. It's Amazing Spider-Man. I'm obligated to get it in order to have a full run of Amazing Spider-Man. If it's Amazing Spider-Man, I gotta get it. Spider-Woman reading, it's been good. Black Cat, I read the King in Black tie-ins. It's really good, but it's just, again, I can't stick with it. I need to make cuts. Guardians of the Galaxy, I actually cut. Daredevil, so good. I mean, Daredevil and Immortal Hulk, between those two, are the best Marvel books that are coming out right now. Maestro's fun. Yeah, I've been enjoying the Union. The beginning of this was a King in Black tie-in, but now it's just kind of its own thing. It's good. Strange Academy continues to be fantastic. Champions, Runaways, already read that. Conan, I cut. Again, really enjoying Conan. I was really enjoying it. I just had to make the hard decisions. Star Wars, I don't do any Star Wars stuff. Too much. Too much. Look at all this. Look at all this. Like, if I read Star Wars stuff, it'd be like half my profile. It's ridiculous. Alright, so we're getting statues and whatnot. Well, 2 pages of statues and whatnot. And then we have, looks like omnibuses and hardcovers and whatnots and what have yous. So I shouldn't need any of these. Trades, I don't get any Marvel stuff in trade. Nope, nope, nope. Epic Collection. Oh, it's a reprint of Volume 1. I have that already. I will get Epic Collections. I will get Epic Collections. Because, you know, I'm not going to have Hulk 1 through 6 and all the Tales to Astonish with Hulk, at least in readable condition. So I want to read it. Epic Collections. They're great. New printing of that. It's good. The Punisher. And yeah. That is it. All through previews and chill. So thanks for hanging out. Let me know if what was in here that you thought was interesting that you're going to get. Is there something in here that I missed that maybe I should give a second look to? Especially all the stuff in the middle that I just kind of glance over. Just, you know, because of time, and it's in my best interest not to find stuff that I want because I have enough already. But if there's a gem in here you think that I missed, please let me know. I would be interested to hear from you on that. So that's it. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff, and don't forget to make yours Titan. This video was brought to you by Titan Comic Pressing. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Titan Comic Pressing LLC.